Thanks very much, Ed. Dan Thompson from Claris Networks is here. He's joining us this morning to talk about geotagging.
Yes, this is kind of a new thing where everybody checks in everywhere they go. Is this the right thing?
Well, so this past week the internet has been much abuzz about geotagging, and what it is the national media has just brought to light that when you take pictures with your cell phone, it automatically stamps it with the GPS coordinates of where that picture was taken. The privacy concern is if you're posting these pictures to the internet, people know where you were when you took the picture.
It doesn't make much sense to me.
Right, and that's what a lot of people have said is, why in the world would you ever want this done? So the story that I'm thinking of, they gave this person a phone, they took a picture of their daughter at their home playing or whatever, and then they took a picture of them at the school and at the park where they play, and then they posted these pictures to the internet. And then what they seemed to imply is that then somebody could take all those pictures, and now all of a sudden they know where your daughter is, you know, where she sleeps, where she goes to school, and where she likes to play. And so what was kind of implied is it would be easier to kidnap them, something like that. And all that is very true, and it's a legitimate concern. But the question then becomes, well, why would you ever want to do this? So it's just kind of what you just said. So practical applications of that are this. So we've all seen like Google Street View, where you can get online and you can be looking for your buddy's house or whatever, and you can really dive right onto the street and spin all the way around. How Google accomplishes that is they literally send trucks out with cameras strapped to the top of them. They spin 365 degrees around and take pictures, and they geotag all those pictures, upload it to the database, and then you or I can get on there and browse around and take a look at the street view stuff. Another good example is I've seen some really neat travel websites where you can go and post information about a trip you just took, post pictures, and then it uses geotagging in those pictures to spit out this nice little map. You can see where you went on your trip and things like that. It makes it kind of interesting, but for the average person, you may not want this information floating around out there. And for me, the big privacy thing here was that people didn't know it was going on. And this is something that we should all have a choice about. We should choose whether or not we want to display this information or not.
Yeah, because that could be a potentially scary situation when you're putting your kids' pictures up, like you said, from all those different locations.
Yeah.
Basically, there's a way, though, to disable that on most phones.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'll give you a website. So icanstalkyou.com, and that's spelled with a U instead of Y-O-U. And here's the address right here. So icanstalkyou.com. If you click that little HOW link right there towards the top, if you click on that, it actually, towards the middle of that page, it goes into descriptions on all the popular phones today on how to turn this off. And so, the common user, you'll probably legitimately want to turn this off. But one thing that I want to point out, and the stories that I saw on the national media kind of made this a little bit hysterical, if you will, and kind of maybe blew it a little bit out of proportion. And one of the things when we see things like that is we need to take a step back and ask ourselves, is this more information than I'm giving away about myself already? So as an example, if you are the type of person that has a Facebook profile, since a lot of people use Facebook, you have a Facebook profile, it's wide open, you've already told people where you work, where you go to school, where you go to church, things you like to do. A geotag photo of yourself is really not that much more information than you've already given away about yourself. However, the opposite of that is true also. So if you have your profile totally locked down, you don't give away information about yourself, but every once in a while you do post pictures of yourself from your cell phone, you've inadvertently given away this information that you didn't know. And so really, like I said a minute ago, it really boils down to us as users of these devices should be given a choice as to whether or not we want this information given out, and we should be made aware of the fact that it's happening. And then you or I can decide whether that's okay with us or not.
Yeah. As long as we have a choice.
Exactly.
All right.
Good stuff. Thanks, Dan.
Yeah, no problem.
We have much more to come here on 10 News Today. We'll be right back.